According to the central bank, foreign investments to the government securities market recorded a net outflow of 79 million US dollars in April 2019.
On a cumulative basis, net outflows to the government securities market amounted to 27 million US dollars during the first 4 months of the year. Foreign investments in the CSE recorded a net outflow of 24 million US dollars in the first 4 months of this year. In 2018, the central bank recorded a net outflow from the rupee-denominated government securities market of 990 million US dollars.
If you look at the Sri Lankan investments and investments leaving out from the country, all in the stock market as well as in the foreign direct investments, there are multiple reasons. One is, of course, the attack. If you go back for a couple of months, our macroeconomic indicators were not performing well, and the governance structure was not confident. So that's one reason why there's a foreign direct investment outflow. And also, the stock market was not doing well because the investor confidence message which was given to the international community was that we were not very sure about what is going around. So those were few reasons why the investments are basically leaving out.
This outflow of foreign funds from the government securities market should come as no surprise to observers of current events in Sri Lanka. Investor confidence in the capital and securities market of Sri Lanka would seek policy stability and accountability as its cornerstones. Sadly, in Sri Lanka, we don't see that from the primary cornerstone of financial affairs in the country, namely the Central Bank of Sri Lanka. In February 2015, there was great consternation when there was significant departure from due process in the awarding of long-term treasury bonds to raise supposedly at the time much-needed funds for the government and the country's infrastructure development. Nearly 2 years later, a presidential commission of inquiry held various people accountable and suggested various investigations and possible legal action. The Presidential Commission of Inquiry also recommended a forensic audit. Nearly 2 years later, the forensic audits have not been completed in spite of assurances from the central bank that it will be done. Some of those who have played a key role in the flawed process of awarding long-term bonds still retain their hold on power in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has not shown the slightest iota of commitment in addressing what is a serious consideration for potential investors to Sri Lanka. For as long as the central bank bond scam, as it has popularly become known, remains unresolved and unaccounted for, it would be safe to aver that investment invitations into Sri Lanka would largely be ignored, if not scoffed at, by global investors keen to see not only a return for their monies, but also keen to ensure that adequate safety and accountability mechanisms and the respect for the law of the land is very much in place.